God damn it. I almost missed that the auto start was off. So I started streaming, but it didn't receive. So yeah, anyway, so we should be ready to go here. It would appear. Hi, how's it going? Hope everybody's doing well. And we're gonna give people a little bit of time to roll in, and then we're gonna get going. So this stream is gonna be smashing. Obvious joke is obvious. Let's see, let me just shove one thing over from one window to the other. And stuff. Yes. We'll start with something odd. Let's see right here. Browser is there. It's not the greatest picture for this current setup here. Bit of a wrong aspect ratio, but hey, we'll deal with it. No, not this. Don't want to shove this around. The other thing. There we go. Yes, excellent. Yeah, it'll do. Alrighty. Somebody's already like, pass. Pass on every single one of them. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Any thoughts on Elden Ring? It's great. It's, I would say it's better than Dark Souls. At least I enjoy it more. And yeah, there's not too much you can say about it other than it's expertly crafted, so to speak. Great gameplay. Yeah, that's about it. So obviously in this arrangement here, there are a number which are not actually blunt. Like, you should be able to see my cursor, right? Yes, you can. Like this here and this and that is not really blunt. So we're just gonna focus on those. And I should probably zoom in so we can kind of look at individual ones. So yes. Sorry, did somebody just say shove it up my ass? No, I'm pretty sure nobody said that. I sure didn't. Anyway, I don't know what you want to shove up where. Hopefully none of these, but let's take a look. So, functionality and aesthetics. So this thing right here, all the way over there. Functionality depends a little bit on what it's made of. It seems like animal parts, maybe something dragon, maybe, which is quite popular in fantasy. Stone, this and then the other. The overall shape, like this here, that's fine, depending on how much bulk there is. If it's, as long as it's not too heavy, this in and of itself would be fine. That's a good way to increase impact force right there, or rather concentrate it more. This is questionable. If you want to move your hand up in that direction, that's not ideal. This, yeah, you can stab with. Nothing particularly wrong with it. Functionality, nah. Aesthetics, not my thing at all. This looks like brain matter. Is it just me? This looks like brain matter to me. Yeah, this one, that one right there in particular, that's a pass. You know what? These two years, well, that's a pass because it's a bit too crude. This one is interesting. Looks like bone right here. What I don't quite understand is the combination of metal and bone. Like, if you have steel available, why would you use an inferior material? Unless in that world it is magic bone, whatever, dragon bone, this and that and the other, which probably is. So assuming that this is actually better than steel, okay. I don't like the proportions. I almost want to give it a pass, but this is really thick. So either this thing's incredibly short, or the handle is so thick that you couldn't really hold on to it. The proportions are just kind of off, so I'm just gonna have to give this one a pass as well. However, this right here, I'm just gonna center it. Maybe zoom in somewhere. This right here, that looks quite nice. Aesthetically, definitely smash. Functionally, it looks a little bit clunky. I think I would probably make this, again, change the proportions a little bit, maybe make this a little bit slimmer, longer in relation, but you can make it work. Depending on what material you make it out of and how thick you make it and everything, it's just, yeah, it's doable. And aesthetics, quite like that on this. It's decorated, but like not in a counterproductive way, let's put it that way. So this, smash. Me likey. What do you folks think? Thanks, Vladimir. I have trouble finding the video on what medieval weapons you said are the most noob-friendly. I remember one being a spear. That should still be there. What was it called? What's the most beginner-friendly weapon? Easiest weapon to use? I can't even remember myself because it's an old one. It's like from 2014. You should be able to find it, but it's old. The user only use organic materials in their weapons. Well, not only. There's definitely a number of things. Too fat pass. Are you fat shaming? Yeah, no, I do like it overall. Yeah, this one I'm just gonna... Am I gonna skip it? Yeah, I'm just gonna skip it because it's not quite blunt. Now this... Aesthetically, I like it. The theme is great. You know, something elven, like a tree wrapped its roots around a magic crystal or whatever, and you're using that as a weapon. Great theme, I like it for fantasy purposes. Practically, not so much. I don't even know if I should give it a smash or a pass, because aesthetically it's a smash. Functionally, it's unrateable because it's not quite. Maybe I shouldn't say it's not possible. You could probably do that. I've seen interesting things being done in guiding plants to grow a certain way. So you might be able to plant a tree and encourage it to wrap its roots around something like a rock or whatever. Then again, that still wouldn't work, I think. Because even if you got that to work, the problem is then you have to season the wood. So then as you draw out the moisture, it's going to shrink, and then it's not going to hold on to the thing as well anymore. So I don't think it's really doable in real life. So yeah, again, aesthetically, yes, but functionally, nope. And then we've got this right here, which is, again, something bone. It's not bad, but it's not really quite up my alley, either aesthetically or functionally. particularly since it's already cracked. It's, durability could be an issue here, so probably not that one. Now this aesthetically I very much like. This is cool. You know, in a magic world, some material, you know, whatever the handle's made of, and then it's kind of strapped in here, this crystal or whatever. Functionally, yeah, if you try to do that in the real world, that's not really gonna happen. I mean, you would have to use something other than crystal, because that's just too brittle. But you could, there's some types of stone that you could use. Functionally, you can't really pass that, or smash that, I guess, but aesthetically, I like it enough that it's a smash. So let's go with it. What do you folks think? Thanks, Sir Malcoa. I'd smash with Todd's brass maces. Yes, yeah, you can do that. Those are quite smashing indeed. It's a pass for me. I can't blame you. Like, you have to appreciate the aesthetic. So, yeah. But I like it. And then this one is pretty similar to some of the other, you know, bone tip ones. And then we got this, which, I mean, we can all agree, right? This is pretty easy to agree with, that this is smash. I mean, it's a straight up mace. It's a steel mace. I don't actually like these pieces here, because they don't actually serve a function. Like, they don't reinforce the haft in any meaningful way in those isolated spots, but they would get in the way of being able to slide the hand up and down, which can be useful in a fight. So don't really like this, but the rest, yes, definitely. Nothing wrong with that. So, I have one more that I want to talk about, and then we can do your suggestions. Let's see. I didn't actually know that the dude's name was Thorgrim in Conan. Because I don't know, there's so many mullet-wearing beefcakes in Conan. It's just like, okay, unless the name is spelled out, who would remember that, right? I don't even know if that's correct. I found it listed as Thorgrim's hammer. Who knows if that's correct, but either way, I think I have a better picture somewhere, don't I? Give me a second here. I mean, then again, this is good enough, I suppose. Yeah. That's good enough. Let's just look at this. There. So, the proportions are all kinds of wrong. I kind of just want to... I just want to double check what exactly it looked like. Problem is, if I just enter Conan hammer, they're of course a number. Yeah, okay. There's this. I would like to see it in the movie itself. Okay. So the thing is short. I don't quite remember the exact proportions in the movie, but yeah, the thing is weirdly short, that's for sure. And I'm not a fan of that at all. It's way, way too short for such a huge mallet. So that's no good. The overall shape, you know, okay, it's a mallet, and you just sharpened one side, which is not a bad idea, really. I do like this idea, but the proportions are so grotesquely off that I don't think I can abide. Like neither functionally nor aesthetically, it just looks wrong. So, oh, damn it, wrong one. No, not smash, pass. I misclicked. No, I gotta get smashed. Anyway, so yeah. How about you folks? What would you like to be rated? Yeah, I see a bunch of passes here too. That's just, I don't know, too short. Nope. Whack-a-mole hammer. Oh, come on. Be a little bit more serious. We don't have to be like 100% serious, but a little bit more. The Doom Hammer. What's the Doom Hammer? That sounds kind of generic. Okay, World of Warcraft. Okay, Doom Hammer. Oof. Should we do this? Yeah, the LARP recreation. Yeah, sorry, I'm not even gonna deliberate on that. It's just no. 100% no. Same problem as before. The proportions are all kinds of off. The thing is way too short. It's gigantically oversized. It would have to be hollow to be halfway wieldable. Even by orcs, I think this is... If this was solid, even an orc wouldn't be able to wield that effectively, because that would probably weigh like 40 kilos, 50, something like that. And then, no, it's just 100% wrong on every level. Aesthetics is like, it's got this kind of more dwarven vibe to it, you know, short and thick, but it's not really my thing. It's just too clunky. Thanks, Peter. A long time no see. Glad I got the reminder for this at the beginning for a change. So for old time's sake, do you smoke weed? No. We're not even going to do this for old time's sake. But yeah, the answer is no anyway. Best sword for under 10 euros. Okay, yeah, it's 100% troll mode. Fair enough. You paid the troll tax, so yeah. Thanks, SCP Pinkamina, if I pronounce it correctly. I was always fascinated by the meteor hammers from China. Okay. I was thinking fantasy, but I mean, we can look at real life stuff too. I didn't specify it after all. Meteor hammer. It's the one on the chain, yeah. Is there a different name for the set of ball hammers that are on a rigid handle? I've seen those referred to as meteor hammer as well, but I guess this is the actual meteor hammer. Let's go with... I mean, this is literally just the ball and chain, so it's very simple. There. How about that? So it basically takes the issues of a flail with a really long chain and doubles down, particularly because now you've got two connected by the same chain. It's an extremely highly specialized weapon. The problem is it doesn't even allow you to compensate for the natural weakness of a flail by using a shield, because you can't defend with a flail effectively. So this is 100% offense. You have no way to block anything, to defend with it in any way, shape, or form. So, yeah, nah. Nope. 100% nope. I don't even know if these were ever intended to be used in actual combat. I doubt it, but hey, I don't know enough about these. Age of Sigmar Retributors. Okay. Thanks, Hades, Death God. Let's see if I can find that. Yeah, you got to make it as precise, as specific as possible for me, so I'm able to find it. A few times somebody asked about something and I couldn't find the correct thing because it was too vague, and then people were like, "This is not the right one." Well, then you got to be more specific. Okay, so this. Should I just get in both sides? Yeah, I guess. Warhammer. I'm completely ignorant about Warhammer lore, so bear with me here. Is this... So this is fantasy Warhammer, so this is not an exoskeleton power armor kind of deal, right? So this dude just has to wield this thing with his own strength, right? Is he supposed to be super powered, magic, enhanced, something? Because you would have to be to wield such a huge hammer. Unless it's hollow, then you might be able to make it work. I actually like the haft on this. Like the wrap looks quite nice. Aesthetically, I like it overall. What I hate is this stuff here. Like both functionally and aesthetically, do not like. You don't want anything pointing at yourself that's not threatening the enemy or is doing anything of value, so I hate that. In this form, the way it is right there, I can't really give it a smash. It's got potential. With modification, I would like it, but as it is, not really. But as far as fantasy hammers is concerned, it's not bad. Yeah, exactly. It's almost there. I agree. Let's see. Thanks, Jacob. Galmaraz, the Skull Splitter. Yay or nay? Or maybe Warhammer 40k Thunderhammers? Hey, one suggestion at a time. Don't get greedy. The Skull Splitter. Okay. All right. I'm just zoom in just a tad bit. Sorry, too much. That's too much, bro. Okay. Let's just do it this way. All metal would be heavy as hell if you made it in real life. Not as heavy as some of the other things you see, but still heavy. Aesthetically, I like it. I definitely do. Although I'm a little bit confused by the wrap pattern here. Like it looks like it's supposed to be a wrap, but then it's all, metal colored and textured. So I'm not sure what to think of that, but... And again, it's got this... It's terribly short. Like, why are fantasy Warhammers and polearms always so short? You really don't want that. Like, you want the reach, unless it's a single-handed one. And for single-handed hammers, this is way too clunky. Way. So, yeah, aesthetically, absolutely like it. Functionally, it's not really happening in real life, but I do think I like it enough. Yes. Smash that. That's fine. Thanks, David. I hope it was... Oh, wait. There's the lemon sticker. At first, I just saw an empty super chat and I was worried if that was intentional or not. But yeah, I see the sticker. Thanks, Pretzel, too. What about Mjolnir and Stoics? Stoics? I don't know. I said one suggestion at a time, please. Because otherwise I won't be able to keep up with everything. Yeah, Mjolnir. I mean, there's like 150,000 variations of it, so I'm just gonna go with the Marvel version because it's kind of the most well-known, most iconic. Seems fair. So this is kind of hard because functionally, in real life, impossible. Like, forget about it. Again, if you made this thing completely hollow, just welded the the outer walls, the walls together, then okay, yeah, it's awfully short. It's supposed to be. That's actually from the original saga. Thor's hammer, when it was made, Loki interfered and it turned into a horsefly and stung the dwarf in the face a bunch of times. And when he wiped the blood out of his eyes, he made a mistake and left the hammer in the forge for too long, or something like that. And so the handle ended up shorter than it was supposed to be. So it is supposed to be very short, like borderline unusably short. With the way Thor uses it, of course. And, it's actually kind of smart to use that strap to get extra reach. So you're kind of cheating a little bit, so to speak. Like you're getting a bit more reach than the handle would otherwise allow you. So functionally, it's unrateable. Visually, this version here with the decorations I quite like. There's some that I'm not really a fan of. Some of them are too simple. Like if you have such a simple shape, it kind of needs decorations. It kind of needs a bit of an extra touch just for contrast and everything to not look too boring. I think that's smashable overall, all things considered. Thanks, Hades. Stormcast are basically super soldiers. You could justify that. Because it's not like super crazy over heavy. So, yeah, with enhancement, a Captain America would be able to use it, something like that. Yeah. I mean, okay, Cap is actually very enhanced. Anyway. Thanks, NME10E. Or something. Hammer and chisel from Mortal Shell. Hammer and chisel? Okay. What the hell? Okay. That's actually kind of smart. I kind of like that. Like the name. A hammer dagger combination, and the dagger has it's basically a rondelle, and which means that it's got the flat disc at the end. So yeah, that's actually kind of a smart name. I do appreciate that. Unfortunately, I'm not seeing any higher res picture of it, so I'm just gonna have to go with this. That's an interesting one. Very interesting. So it's all metal, but I like that it's actually slender. Like it's actually shaped in a plausible way. There's one thing, like just knowing how it would handle in real life. One thing I absolutely hate about it, which is that the handle is twisted. This would feel like ass in the hand. I mean, not actually, because ass feels quite nice in the hand, but you know what I mean. This would feel very, very wrong in the hand. Just something that twists like this, and it would throw off your alignment, which with this kind of hammer, with a spike and a hammer like that, that's a problem. So that's a big strike. If you made it exactly like this in real life, this would suck with this handle. But if you fixed that and didn't make it twisted, then yeah, and aesthetics is neat. It's unique. It looks cool. I like the combination. Yeah. I'm up for it. Aren't asses curved too? Curved, not twisted. This is twisted. That's the problem. Thanks, Sponge Derp. Okay, check out Sauron's Mace from Lord of the Rings. I was wondering when that would come up. That would only be a matter of time. The thing is chunky. Let's put it that way. It's rather chunky. Okay, that's actually quite nice. That's not what you were asking about, but this I like. This is definitely Smash, but that's not what we're on about. Yeah. Huh. The single-handed version is actually better because the proportions fit better. But it is... Wait, is it two-handed? Oh no, never mind. It is actually single-handed. I've seen too many versions like this where they beef it up and turn it into a two-handed version. Is there like an original picture? It's been a while since I watched it, so I can't entirely remember. I remember it being huge, but I might be wrong. No original picture. You know what? I'm just going to give it the benefit of the doubt, and I'm just going to go with the one that's well sized. So like this. Yeah. Just going to go with this. It's a collectible. It should, you know, if it's official, it should be plausible. So. Aesthetically dead on with the terrible armor. I cannot stand this armor. It looks way too try-hard edgelord ridiculous. And it doesn't have to be, because without this crap and this crap, it would actually work. I mean, you would have to reshape the helmet quite a bit too, but it's workable. Anyway, this thing, I like the handle, you know, shape and proportions here. And again, this is not ideal because it doesn't allow you to move it around. But at the same time, with a single-handed blunt impact weapon, you wouldn't really do that anyway, for the most part. So that's fine. And this is, those blades or whatever are fairly large, but not crazy. And there's a bit of space in between, so it is saving on some mass. And yeah, definitely Smash. Me likey. Both functionally and aesthetically. Good stuff. Alrighty. The helmet is so dumb. Yeah, it sure is. I think we were thinking of the Witch King's flail. Yes. Yes, you're right. I was thinking of that. Annihilators with meteoric grand hammers. Wow, that's a mouthful. That's what she said. Or didn't say because she couldn't. Anyway, you know what I'm saying. This... What? Is this correct? This dude here? Is that what your first image? So this? So the two-handed version? Oh yeah, there's a two-handed and a single-handed. I can't quite see it on this one, or is it the same? No, it is the same, isn't it? This is just the longer one, but it looks like the head is the same. Aesthetically, it's fine. Like it fits the overall aesthetic. It's not my thing personally, and functionality is completely bonkers. Yeah. Not, yeah. No thanks. How about the Envoy's Great Horn from Elden Ring? Okay, let's see. I haven't found that one yet. Envoy's Great Horn. Why you gotta do this to me? Why you gotta do this, bro? This is you're just trying to inflict mental pain upon me, aren't you? Oh my. Yikesy. The hell is that? What is this? What is this madness? Why are you fighting a giant onion wearing a turban? What is happening? Where's the thing? Show the hammer. God damn it. Okay. So still not like a single picture. Okay, fine. I don't think I have to talk about this. Just that's torture. Yes, yes it is. Terrible. War Club from New Vegas. There was a War Club? I've played it, but I don't remember that. Oh, cool. Why do I have no recollection of that? Huh. Neat. Okay. If this is an accurate rendering of it, then absolutely I like it. That's pretty awesome. For one, I like the creativity of using fired brass, fired cases, and overall the shape. I mean, it's one of the many possible shapes of War Club you can have. Works perfectly well. Brass casings wouldn't be very impact resistant, but you can also easily replace them, so probably not an issue. And yeah, nice. Nice. Thanks, Kos Archeon. How about weird weapons like the dragon bone hammer from Skyrim? Yes. Yeah, the dragon bone weapons. I don't know. This one. Is there a better picture? Oh, it's good enough. Let's just go with that. Well, I very much like the handle on this one. Looks good. It's got some details, got a guard. And it works reasonably well together. Sometimes when you have these combinations of, whatever bone plus metal, sometimes it just looks forced. It's too different. In this case, that works perfectly well aesthetically. And I don't really see why Dragonbone would be that much more effective as a blunt impact weapon, because what's the way to make a blunt impact weapon more effective? Well, shaping it so it concentrates more of the force on a smaller surface and making it heavier, which you can only do to a certain point, up to wherever it gets too much to handle. So unless Dragonbone is just that much more resistant to breaking and deforming, there's not really any particular point to it, but thematically, sure. And functionally, it looks like something you could use. So, yup. Dragonbone indestructible. Sure, but a steel hammer is close to indestructible too. Like we're talking a solid piece of steel. There really isn't much that can go wrong with it. Like how are you gonna break a hammer? It's just not really happening for the most part. So thanks, Big Ronnie. Smelter hammer from Dark Souls 2. Let's take a peek and a gander. I should also close all of this. Would be kind of smart. You're torturing me again. Don't do that. Hey, at least you paid the troll tax. But come on. Come on, broski. This is literally one of the most horrendous things, both visually and functionally, that you could vomit out into the virtual world. So yeah, needless to say, major pass. Thanks, Michael, or Mikhail, I think. Skull smash, puny bladed weapons, only blunt weapons, so honorable. Honorable, not so much, but they are smashing indeed. Thanks, Sir Malkoa. Grand Mace from Chivalry. Can do. Grand Mace. Oh yeah. It is grand indeed. Hella chunky. It's a better picture. Not really, so I guess we're just gonna have to go with... Well, which one though? The in-game one's this, so that would be that. I'm just gonna go with this, whatever. No, wait, you can't see all of it. So, this one, after all. Okay, it would be quite hefty, but I think doable, depending on just how you make it. It looks vicious, it looks usable. Smash. World Champion from Final Fantasy X. World Champion. Okay. What even is that? What is this even supposed to be? Like, how do you use that? What does it do? Is it at the end of a chain, or is it... Do you throw it, or... What? It's not even a blunt weapon. It's got blades, and it's not used as a blunt weapon, and it's like... Yeah, no, sorry. This doesn't even fit in here. Is it a shield? Is it a... What is this? Is this a blender? A handheld blender? I don't know, dude. I don't know what to do with that. It's a Beyblade. Yeah, it might be. It's not a blunt impact weapon in any way, shape, or form. So, yeah. I'm just gonna be poking at the rules here. Rules. Theme of the stream. The theme of the stream. Yeah, the Mace of Molag Bal. I don't remember liking it very much, but I'm just gonna take another look. Yes, I remember correctly. It does look like edgelord stuff. It's, you know, the tactical maul, or the Skyrim equivalent of a tactical maul ninja. You know, it's got spikes everywhere, and it's so evil, so evil. And yeah, it would be 100% unusable, and it looks like, I don't know, an iron golem's diarrhea. I don't know. It's just not, no. Thanks, Quiet Rider. Yes, Robert Baratheon's Warhammer. That thing is chunky. Hella chunky. That yeah, that is that must be based on the novels rather than the series, because that's way more plausible actually. This one is horrendous actually. This is a slightly better but still a bit rough. This is like some kind of meat tenderizer on steroids. It's just, yeah, I've never liked that thing. Like the handle is properly shaped to be used, but the head is just, it's nuts. Not my thing. What's happening here? I just joined. Well, read the title. It's pretty self-explanatory, I would think. Diablo 3 Devastator. Devastator. Yup. That's... like, this is, if you compare this to the Molag Bal Mace, this is like, yeah, it's fantasy, it's over the top, it's got edgelord vibes, but it's not like ultimate edgelord, you know? It's not like Captain Neckbeard level, I'm so itchy, I'm so dangerous, you know? Not the biggest fan, but it might be enough for a smash, maybe. It would definitely be hard to handle in real life, a bit chunky. I don't like this. But I think it's just about enough to approve. Aesthetically, it works. In my very subjective opinion. Thanks, Kay. Did someone suggest a rust rock yet? Oh, just the rock? Yeah, no. Fallout's various fist weapons, like the power fist. Oh yeah, the power fist. I should probably add Fallout. I mean, okay, the moderate search is on, but because otherwise we'd get some nasty surprises, I think. If you just search power fist. Anyway, I prefer this. It's ludicrous either way. Like it's pretty... I've seen somebody make something like this in real life actually, and it surprisingly worked okay. Aesthetically, I by far prefer this. Again, it's still pretty nutty, but it's, you know, yeah, I can live with it. Aesthetically, yeah, fair enough. Thanks, Chris. Chimera's Maul. From Path of Exile. Okay, Path of Exile I've played, but I don't remember this. I mean, what the hell do I remember? Ah, no. No. You can't search Maul. I hate that. You can't search anything Maul without this bastard popping up everywhere and hijacking the search results. Yeah, I'm not sure I can find this really. Wait. Avarice. That might work. No, I don't think I'm going to be able to find... is it this? It's too small to even really see properly. Okay, yeah, it's very small, but it's doable, just about. And yeah, that's immediately no. That's just too stylized. It's again super short and chubby and chunky and nah, it's too clunky. It's too stylized. No, not my thing then. Sorry. Boom hammer from Bloodborne. Boom hammer. Okay. Does it go boom? Probably does. I feel like I'm probably gonna have to see that in action. There, moveset showcase. Yeah, it's fine. Do it. Actually, wait. Okay, no, that doesn't work. Yeah, I probably have to just open this in another tab. Yeah. Ads. Sorry guys, I just refuse to use that block. It's just cheating creators. Anyway, so what's going on here? How does it go boom? Does it? Does it do that? Make it go boom. Transform. Okay. Now it's glowing, it's doing things. Okay, flame buff. Okay, so it doesn't go boom, it goes whatever sound fire makes. Whoosh. It goes whoosh. Yeah, that makes no sense whatsoever, but it doesn't have to. So, just the shape itself. I like what they did with regards to just creativity, points for uniqueness, but it bothers me that the hammerhead is like obviously some kind of sophisticated tech thing, supposedly, and then the handle is just some crooked stick. That just doesn't work. It doesn't go together thematically and visually. It's just that bothers me. So it's could be a smash, but it's more of a pass. Not a fan of that. Mjolnir, mythology Mjolnir, not Marvel. Well, the problem is there are really no good depictions. Thanks, Justin, by the way. There's just... Because it's described, but we don't have any... Well, Wait a second. I think there is a depiction of... Trying to remember if there was a Viking Age depiction of it being forged. I don't think so. Yeah, this is going to be tricky. Is there a... yeah, okay, there's a depiction for you. Yeah, that's kind of what we got. Yeah, it's it's a very simple, short-handled mallet. That's how it's portrayed. That's about all we got. And then there are more abstracted, stylized depictions of it. Like this. I mean, this is literally, he's holding the pendant form of it, basically. So you can't really make any statement about that. So I just legit can't rate that. It's just, it's whatever you imagine, pretty much. Based on that. I mean, yeah, it's this. So, yeah. Right? Was most likely a simple blacksmith's hammer. It's plausible, yeah. Something like that. Because don't forget that Vikings didn't use Warhammer, so this is... We can't draw any actual comparisons to real-life equipment here. Sunder from Morrowind seems pretty plausible. Okay. Does it? I can't really agree with that. That's a chonker. Then again, it is very small. Or is that the mod version? So it's hard to say what's original and what's mod. Because it's been like, I don't know, 15 years since I played it probably, so, if not longer. So I can't remember that. Yeah, this, it's too much going on. Like, what on earth is this? It looks like it implies some sort of mechanical function, but I don't think it had that. Unless I misremember. So... If it's pretty small, then weight might be okay. But if you scale it down enough where it's not super clunky, then the handle is hella skinny. So, not for me. Thanks, Space Main, TF2, Boston Smasher or Basher. I mean. Might throw you for a loop. Let's see. Yep. Yeah, that's literally... Yeah, this thing here. That... if you haven't seen yesterday's video, I mentioned this thing in particular. Because a viewer sent this in for testing one point. And I couldn't even test it because I damaged it on a water bottle. So there wasn't really much to be done about that. So, yeah. In and of itself, if you make it properly, then there's nothing wrong with this. You have to make it properly. It can't just be hastily cobbled together. So, yeah. That's fine. Kirkhammer Bloodborne will surprise you. Okay? Will it? with how crazy it is or with how plausible it is. Okay. Sword in a stone. I mean, I like it for the joke. It's just as only the worthy one can take the sword from the stone, and then this somebody who max strength just comes along and is just like, I don't give a rat's ass. I'm just gonna use the entire damn thing. Just swing that around. So yeah, I'm not gonna rate this because there's no point. It's just, I appreciate the joke, but that's about it. Thanks, Takuma. Controversy. Is the Buster Sword actually the ultimate smash weapon? Can't actually cut, right? Well, it could if you were able to control it enough during the swing to actually maintain edge alignment, and with enough force, it could, but you could also smash with it, yes. You could just flip it flat toward the enemy, just drop it on them if you've managed to lift it in the first place, and then you can smash them, yeah. Certainly. Key hammer from Monster Hunter World. Elegant and hilarious. Okay, both? No, I'm intrigued. How does both work? Wait. That's not a hammer. That's an axe. Why would you call this a hammer? Huh? Excuse me? But yeah, I can see what you mean. It is, I mean, I wouldn't call it hilarious necessarily. It's interesting. I mean, it's super oversized, but it's Monster Hunter. So if you made this in a more reasonably shaped form. Also, I like how the thing's just, is this supposed to be sheathed? It's just floating on the back. Anyway, that's how they always do it. You could make this in real life in a way that makes it functional, and it looks cool, and yeah, I don't actually have a problem with it. So, boom. That's nice. Warhammer 40k's Thunderhammer. Okay. Thanks, Bushi. Thunder. Well, oh. Better picture, maybe? Is that possible? Can I has better picture? It's the same thing? Pretty much, right? Well, oh, there you go. This little rune pendant cracks me up. It's just like, I have a big imposing hammer and a little keychain. Okay, it's got the typical Warhammer problem where everything is just weirdly proportioned. Unless this hammer is supposed to be really small, like a very small single-handed version. So if I assume that this handle thickness is scaled to actually fit into a gigantic armored hand, right? Because if it's 40k, then we are talking power armor. So then you have gigantic power armor mittens, right? Okay, in that case, makes sense within that context, I suppose. I don't know what this does. Some kind of exhaust port vent kind of deal. I don't know what that does, but visually it works well enough, I suppose. Fits the theme functionally. Can't really do that in real life quite this way, but I'm split on this. I'm really split. What do you think? Let me know in the chat. Smash or pass? I can't quite decide on this one. Definitely not a fan, but do I hate it? Not really. Smash, smash, pass, pass. Yay, you're divided too. Pass, pass, pass. Okay, smash, smash. There's more passes so far. Pass, pass, pass. Okay, yeah. I can agree with that. It's just I don't like it enough to smash, so pass. Indeed. Oh yeah, Red Faction Guerrilla, the mall. I like that suggestion. Thank you. I like the game just for because it's one of the few games that really does this. You know, like just being able to destroy everything. And it's very cathartic. I like it. And I think there's nothing particularly wrong with that thing. I mean, it would be quite heavy, but seeing how the dude swings it around, he's clearly super powered in some capacity. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna go with this. So, I mean, it's not really a Warhammer as such. Like, it's not even really a weapon. It's a demolition hammer. So it's a tool. You can't really even call this a weapon. Plus, look at how angular it is. Like, this is just rectangular with really hard corners. Just if you imagine trying to smash buildings with this would just break your hand straight up. This would be incredibly painful. To actually swing this hard into an unyielding target. Oof. But I don't want to give it a pass. I just don't want to rate it, really, because it's not a weapon. I like it in the game, but I don't really want to rate it as a weapon. Kingdom Key. All right. I can already tell you I'm not going to like it because Kingdom Hearts weapons generally I'm not a fan of, and the key things, no. In fact, that's exactly the thing that I've made a video about back in 2013 or 14 and ranted about how stupid it is, because you legit can't even hold on to this thing. Like, you could only hold it and swing it if it was facing with the flat forward. So, like, keep it off to the side so you don't actually break your hand. If you had it like this, forward facing, you would break your hand trying to use it. So this is absolutely terrible. It's just, they went entirely for theme, and it's too silly for me. I just 100% don't like it, never did, and I certainly don't like it now. Nope. Hell no. I already did the Kirk Hammer just earlier. Probably just missed it by 5 minutes or so. You can always go back. Mordhau, Warden's Evening Star. Evening Star, huh? I see what they did there. Evening Star. Oh, come on. Oh, there we go. There we go. Something that's 100% doable in real life, and effective and reasonable, and, you know, all of this. Yeah. Yes, indeed. That's an easy one. Very easy. Absolutely nothing wrong with it. It works. looks good. I mean, it's not particularly fancy by any means, but hey, it's a blunt impact weapon. How fancy does it need to be, right? So yeah, easy one. Thanks, Space Main. Okay. Shillelagh from Payday 2. I didn't even know there was one. The Shillelagh, which is, yeah, pretty much what you expect. I think, no, never mind. It's, the one thing that bothers me about it is that these knobs here, that they should not be down there where you grip it. They should just be up here for striking. Like basically anything below this metal band here, skip that. You don't want that. I mean, okay, maybe here as well, like because this little bit here near the end, that's what you would best be able to grab, because otherwise it thickens out too much. So I would kind of hate to pass on it, because I like the Shillelagh as such, and there are some really pretty versions. This just isn't one. So yeah, a different form of Shillelagh would definitely get a smash, but this one not so much. Thanks, Crimson Nightshade. What about a Judge's Gavel? Oh, no, it's not a weapon, but thank you. Silence. Thanks, Ezra. What about Japanese Tsukubo? Okay, I'm not actually aware of this. I know the Tetsubo / Kanabo, but not the Tsukubo. Uh-oh. This is also a place name? Now we have a problem. I may not be able to... Wait. Oh, this? Wait, isn't it a man catcher? Yeah, sort of. I wouldn't really call that a blunt impact weapon, because you don't really use it as such, do you? Not really. No, I don't think I can really rate that too well. If I did, it would be a pass, but I don't think it makes sense. Thanks, Jonef Draws. Dawning Tranquility from Monster Hunter World. Okay. How terrible is it? Yeah, that is pretty nuts. Yeah, oh my goodness. What the hell? Why? I mean, why? Because it's Monster Hunter, and because it can, but oof. Yeah, do I have to spell it out on this one? Like, I really don't, do I? There's really nothing redeeming about this other than just the sheer what the hell factor. Just, this is so crazy, guys, check it out. But otherwise, no, not exactly. Thanks, Hades. Regarding your last vid, what do you consider a weapon? A lot of things become weapons in the context of harming another, from a glass bottle to rope. Yeah, you're going by the legal definition, basically. But it needs to be something that is designed in such a way that makes it effective for combat in particular. You know, the difference between a tool knife, which is not a weapon, and a dagger is that the dagger is designed for effective thrusts primarily. It's not really great for cutting everyday materials and whatnot. And it has some features that help with that, like a guard, for example, things like that. And they are also typically differently weighted and balanced. Like if you compare a tool axe to a weapon axe, like a battle axe, I mean, you can tell the difference. I've talked about that in the past, where battle axes tend to have thinner blades, so they're more agile, which you need in combat. With a tool axe, it's not a consideration. And sometimes they have particular features for combat, like spikes. You know, spikes or hammers on the other side. I mean, a hammer pole can also be a tool, but yeah, they're usually features that distinguish them. And for example, there's no tool sword, you know. And with those knives, like a folding knife is not in and of itself a weapon. It can be used as an improvised weapon, but yeah. Anyway, thanks, Shkote D. Check out Storm Herald from World of Warcraft. Okay. Let's see. Storm Herald. Herald. Hide the pain, Herald. Yeah, I'm probably going to have to try to hide the pain when I see this. Yes. Okay, it's not as painful as I... okay, no, maybe it is. Maybe it is just as painful as I expected. Okay, hide the pain. Hide the pain. It's fine. This is not fine! No, this is horrible. This is just a mess of... a pointy mess of I'm such an edgelord. No. Mm-mm. Nope. Not for me. I'm a spike lord. Beast Clog Right Hammer. Too low poly. Yeah, but even if it was high poly, it would still look ridiculous. What do we have here? Another gigantic oversized thingamajig with pointy bits and whatnot. Is there no single good picture? Are they all super low res? Wow. Apparently they are. That's a shame. Okay, so we're just gonna be looking at this little stamp of a picture. I don't even know. This is... Let's see if we can get a better look at it here. Okay, there. That's more like it. Okay, it's got claws at the end, which is kind of cool. That's a bit much. Oh, come on, I want a good still picture. Do we have more of a close-up somewhere? Not really. Well, fair enough, I guess. It has potential, but not really a fan personally. I mean, it's hard to see because this is also low res, but yeah, no, I don't think so. Not really. Rock from Soul Calibur? Well, there's like 50 different versions, right? I mean, the one, let's see, he starts out with one, right? No, not video. Yeah, is this kind of the standard one that's associated with him? The thing is obviously stupidly oversized and wouldn't be usable unless you're super powered, which you may or may not be. But you could make it work if you resized and reproportioned it drastically. The principle I like, you know, the way the spikes are shaped. Yeah. I think thematically, in a fantasy world where everything is crazy. Okay. Okay. Reluctantly, but yeah, okay. Thanks, Axelberga, if I pronounce that correctly. Then we have Vort's Great Hammer. Nope, not yet. Let's see. Vort. Wait, this... Okay, yeah, it's just a category. I was just gonna say, that's not a hammer, it's a mace, but it's just Great Hammer is the overall weapon category. And that's a thick boy right there. I mean, both the dude and the weapon are hella chunky. This is such a shame because this would look great if it was just differently proportioned. But it just looks like a cartoon thing the way it is because the head is so grotesquely oversized that it's just, it looks kind of dumb to me. It looks too cartoony. They just went overboard with it, so if it was just differently shaped or sized rather, then yeah, absolutely. But as it is, it's, yeah, no, it's too much. What about the German Streithammer? Oh, well, it's just a Warhammer. I'm assuming what you mean is this word. Which is, yeah, this is like any Warhammer. Like, it opens up an entire can of worms or crate of hammers. So, which one? Which particular type? Galmaraz I've already done earlier in the stream. Orc Tank Hammer. A tank hammer. What? Token. Tank hammer. What is this? Which one? This? Is this a rocket on a stick? Is it? Looks like it. And are they actually supposed to attack tanks with it? Because that would be incredibly dumb. But, yeah, I guess. Single-use power hammer, indeed. Is that the idea? Is this some kind of suicide unit that rushes in and... I don't get it. I don't think I can rate this. I don't understand what the hell the point is. Yes? So this is literally a suicide unit that rushes in with a rocket at the end of a hammer handle and just goes to town and just goes boom. Wow. That is one of the dumbest things I've seen and heard. Yikes. Made me smash the microphone. It's so silly. Okay. All right, well, it's orcs. What can you say? Mjolnir from God of War. Okay, fair enough. Thanks, Justin. We can do that. Okay, it's literally the... Okay, it's literally the pendant. All right. They just looked at, okay, yeah, Thor's hammer, that's a jewelry, right? Yeah, let's shape it like that, fuck it. Okay. I'm just gonna go with this one because it's the coolest looking. With the, magic inscription thingamajig stuff. Practically ridiculous. It's just completely improperly proportioned. You need a way longer handle and, differently shaped head. But at the same time, it is supposed to be short, so... Functionally horrible. Do I like it enough aesthetically to give it a pass? Or a smash, I mean. Maybe. Maybe. Yeah, I think it deserves props for the design. Fair enough. Gurm, Great Hammer. Gurm. Thanks, too spooky for me. I'm already waiting for spooky season again, even though it's still a long time. Literally an anvil. An anvil strapped to a hammer. Okay, I'm a little bit torn because it's okay, you know what? It's completely stupid and ridiculous, but intentionally so. And I'm just gonna have to give it credit for that. It's okay. Fair enough. It's a meme hammer and it works. I mean, it doesn't, but you know what I mean. Thanks, Turpaman. Aegis Fang, weapon of Wolfgard. Okay. Who's that now? Oh, it's magic. It's kind of a stereotypical dwarven design, isn't it? It's like so many dwarven hammers look exactly like this. And they all have the same thing going on. Completely unusable, like totally improperly proportioned and too heavy and everything. But I do typically like the design. Like, they look nice. You know, they usually have quite a bit of contrast. You know, they have different types of metal combined, or you know, at least different surface finishes and things like that. It looks quite neat usually. This one is not one of the really nice ones, in my opinion, so I'm not really biggest fan of this one in particular. But there are some nicer ones that are sort of similarly themed. Super Sledge, yeah, fair enough. I don't think I like that one from what I remember. It's excessive, of course. I mean, intentionally so. Yeah, it's... The problem is there, in this case, there isn't even really any justification for it, right? In Fallout, you're not supposed to be a superhero, are you? Like, there's not magic superpower or anything. You're not, you know, genetically enhanced or nanite, whatever the hell, you know, nanite boosted. And there's no way this thing in and of itself can... Like, even if it propelled itself, it would still break your bones on impact if you try to hold on to it. So... Well, yeah, there is power armor, but you can use it without power armor, can't you? Unless I misremember, you can swing it just as is without power armor. So, well, either way, it doesn't have to be usable. Aesthetically, it doesn't do it for me. This one a bit more so. I sort of like that. This one actually, that's pretty good. So I think if I were to just go with the nicest, well, nicest is a bad word here, but if I just go with the version I personally prefer, I think that would be this. I think I can just about say, all right. Definitely not my favorite, but it's, you know, it does what it's supposed to, thematically. Thanks, Jacob. Oh, the Power Rangers Lion Hammer. Uh-oh. Power Rangers stuff generally looks super silly, but maybe this is an exception? I don't think so. Probably not. No. No. It's just, yeah, basically this crap right here, like the literal like undersized plastic toy version looks basically the same. I mean, it doesn't, but in terms of how serious I can take it, which is not at all, it's just a piece of yellow plastic. It looks hideous. Like this is one of the ones that would just fail the hardest aesthetically. This just no thanks. My giant hunk of plastic will save the day. Okay. Whatever you say, bro. Yeah, Stormbreaker. Well, let me see here. Does his look different or does it look the same? Yeah, it does look different a little bit. It's too short. It's too short. That's better, where it's half axe, but it's so short. I get it, it's sticking to the theme, but no, do not like. Neither functionally nor aesthetically. It's too simple for what it is. You know, if you're gonna go with such a simple design, then you kind of gotta spice it up a little bit, in my opinion. The all-knowing scepter. Okay. Let's take a look at that. I may have to add Elden Ring. Yes, definitely. No? Nothing? Does it have to be scepter with ER rather than RE? Oh, scepter of the all-knowing. Alright. So tiny. Why you so tiny? Scepter of the all-knowing. Bigger picture, please. Can we has? No, it's all tiny ass pictures. A video? Maybe? Is that a thing? Okay, it shows the proportions. Okay. That is actually well proportioned. Yeah, I like it. That actually looks pretty neat. Rock Crusher from Guild Wars 2. Okay. This? Is that it? Can't see all of it, and I'm not really a fan of that in particular. Not really. Can't really find any good pictures. Here? No? Flame Crusher. Pfft. Yeah, no, I can't really find a good picture. Thanks, Jacob. No Power Rangers hammer, but what about MC Hammer? Hammer time! Yes, MC Hammer always gets a pass. I mean, a smash. Actually, no, I wouldn't. You know what I mean. You know what I mean. Thanks, Noah. Oh yeah, Skyrim Steel Warhammer. I can do that. That one, yes, absolutely. Because that is, you know, perfectly plausible, doable, etc. I personally, I do not like these crossed leather straps there. Like you see that quite often on inaccurate, cheaper takes on historical Warhammers and stuff in fantasy designs. It shows up quite often. It's not really good. It doesn't add anything, like it doesn't give you a whole lot of extra traction, and it interferes with your ability to change grip. So I don't like that part, but otherwise it's great. Like, I like the decorations here. I like the fact that it has a beak and a hammer. And yeah, I would take this crap off, but otherwise, yeah, no problem. You must not be getting all of the websites for Dark Souls / Elden Ring stuff. The Extra Life website has the images and they're much bigger. Okay. Thanks, Pinkamina. Do I pronounce that correctly, by the way? I don't know. Stone Smasher, Breath of the Wild. We can do that. Stone Smash. Oof, that's a bit much. I usually like the aesthetic of weapons in Breath of the Wild, but that's stretching it a lot. That is stretching it a whole lot. Is it a better picture? Yeah. It'll do just to say nope. It's a bit excessive. And not the good kind of excessive. Which is very subjective, but hey, that's all this is about. Thanks, Noah. Gundam. Let's see. Which one? This? That? I'm assuming this. Yeah, it seems to be that. I feel like I really can't rate that because it's used by a giant robot. I mean, what do you do with that, right? Aesthetically, it works. Like, it fits with the shape of the mechs, you know, but that's all I can say. It's neither. I don't know. The ringed finger from Elden Ring, that's just too... I mean, it's funny. Like, it's a meme thing. But... again, props for creativity. And, you know, the whole finger theme is weird anyway in there, but it's a bit Bit too much. Devourer Scepter. Okay. Is this just a roll of Play-Doh wrapped around a stick? That's what it looks like. What the hell is that? Oh, it's a snake. Okay. No. No. Props for creativity once again. It is very creative, yes. Cool, but no. It's a snake, yes, indeed, that's all it is. Which are 3? Let's see. The more like Baal Mace I've already done earlier in the stream. Okay. Why does it not come up? No? Nothing? Oh yeah, there. Okay. Wow. This is like 90s modem kind of speed right here. How huge is that picture? It's only 1080 by 1920. Why is this taking forever? Wow. Weird. Okay. But anyway, I like it looks wise. Would be tough to make work in a durable kind of way in real life, but it is properly proportioned generally. Yeah, I think the theme is what wins here. That works. Yup. It's technically classified as a sword, but the Dragon Bone Smasher has no edge, and thus is not a sword. Okay. Yeah, I guess you can say that. Wow, that is ugly. That is amazingly ugly. It's like a dog bone. You know, the overall shape. Just yeah, looks like a dog bone. Like a chewy toy. Ugh, that's way too blocky. And then the skinny handle is too much of a contrast, like in a bad way. No. 100% nope. Yep, Kirkhammer I already did earlier. Okay, German Streithammer, the double-headed version with a tusk on each of its faces. Huh? Okay, I'm not sure I know what you mean. A tusk on each... Oh, wait. Something like this? Oh, I think you probably mean this, right? Is that what you mean? You probably mean that thing. I'll keep an eye on the chat to wait for you to confirm. Thanks, Noah. God Eater Boost Hammer. Okay, we'll look at that right after this. Just want to make sure that I got the correct thing that Ezra means. I'm guessing so. Let's see what else we got here. It's an ouchie maker. Yes. Yes, indeed. It is. I'm not seeing anything, any update in the chat, so I'm just going to assume that that's what you meant. Yeah, I mean, what's wrong with this? It's not the prettiest kind of hammer. Definitely not, but eh. It works, does the job. Why not? Yes, God Eater Boost Hammer. Yeah, that's too much. That is like 100 levels too much. I'm gonna need you to dial that down to like 10 out of 100. This is, you're basically swinging a spaceship almost. Like, no, it's cool, sure, in this like super ridiculously over the top way, but that's not for me. Thanks, Quiet Rider. Not one to look up, but a Warhammer. That's a fist grabbing a spike where the blunt end is another fist. Yeah, I know. Isn't that also a German design? I think so. There's like, yeah, this here. Yeah. I find those super weird. Like, I'm not sure if I would want one of those, but hey, that's kind of cool. It's basically like real life historical meme stuff, you know? That's like the Mace of the Insolent from Dark Souls 2. Alright. Let's see here. Mace of the Insolent. Okay. Alright. Yeah. Fair enough. Not the biggest fan of this design, but yeah. Not bad. And certainly pretty functional. Yep, Boom Hammer I already did as well. So you'll be able to revisit that earlier in the stream afterwards. We're almost at 2 hours. We'll probably wrap it up at 2. So another 12 minutes. What else we got? So many suggestions that the chat is scrolling a little bit fast, but every now and then I can pick something out. Super chat's preferred, of course. It's only fair. This one, no, not at all my thing. I think what bothers me the most about this is that you have such a massive, clunky hammerhead, and then these little, narrow little spikes that just don't really work together. The top is okay, but that's... I don't think it all goes together quite well. Thanks, Robin. Hammer with a big hole? You mean like a donut hammer? Oh yeah, there does seem to be... Okay. What's the purpose of that? I mean, realistically, the purpose could be to save weight. I don't think they were concerned with that because the thing is still very chunky. No, not really. This is good. Totally unrelated, apparently. But since it just showed up in the search, this I do like. This here, not so much. No. What? Okay. Okay. Thanks, Vladimir. I don't even know what that is. Oh, so that's quite a typo right there. This? Okay, that's really just a wrecking bar with a hammer. I mean, with a differently shaped hammer. There is the Fubar Wrecking Bar, which is kind of like that, except that it's got a wrench end, basically, on the other side. So it's pretty much this. Again, this is not what I would consider a weapon. Really, is more of a tool, because this would be real clunky as a weapon. Siegfried's Galley Ore. Thanks, Steven. Let's see. No. No. This is not it, is it? No, I think it's just a standard sword. Yeah, it's Requiem. I guess I can't find that. No, sorry, I can't find any good picture of it, or any at all, in fact. Barden's Hammer and Shield, alright. Thanks, Disciple. Didn't I talk about that in the video about Vermintide? I don't know how much I commented on that in particular, but yeah, pretty much what I said earlier about Dwarven hammers, that still applies quite a bit. I generally like the kind of decorations, the sort of differently colored highlights and whatnot that they have, but there are so many different ones that I don't really know which to pick. I don't think I'm really a big fan of either of them because they all look like extra thick LARP hammers, you know what I mean? Like it's just the proportions. Again, it's kind of in line with the lore, you know, where, okay, dwarves are short and stout, so the hammers are going to be short and stout. It's very on the nose, and I'm not the biggest fan of that. Because you could very easily argue that dwarves would want to compensate for their short stature by, you know, picking longer weapons like polearms and whatnot. You could easily make a case for that. Although shield and short weapon makes sense, because then it's like as soon as they do get into within their reach, then they're gonna curb stomp you. Human fist. Thanks, Justin, but no thanks. We're not going to review fisting. Thanks, Voicing Dragoon 7. Sunbreaker Hammer from Destiny 2. Let's see. Wow, that's short. Wait, isn't it the exact same thing that we saw earlier? Like somebody brought up something that looked exactly like this, but from a different game. What was it again? I mean, either way, I have the same reaction to this as I did to the other thing. It's too stylized, way too short. Not my thing. Mace of the Fierce. Final Fantasy 15. Oh my goodness, what the hell is happening here? What is this? What kind of nut jobbery is this? well. I gotta give it that though. It's actually, like, aside from the fact that it's totally nuts, I do like how it's shaped. Like the outlines here and like the grooves there or whatever that is. There's something to it. Like, obviously you have to ignore functional value, but I can actually appreciate that, I have to say. It wants to break right here. But again, ignoring that, there are definitely some proportion issues. But I don't know. There's something about these shapes here that I can appreciate. Also the half there, the way it's decorated, it's nice and it works visually, not practically. Thanks, Vladimir. PF1 Cogwheel Club. Oh yeah, that's actually stuff that existed in real life in the trenches. Yep. They legit use stuff like this, funnily enough. They came up with some pretty crazy blunt impact weapons in World War One, and yeah, looks pretty neat and certainly effective. Fairy Hammer of the Moon King, Fable 3. You folks will never run out of suggestions, would you? It just... Okay, that one is tough. That is... Wait, what the hell? Hey, isn't the resolution supposed to be quite a bit higher? It's supposed to be. No, go away with that. There we go. That's better. Yeah. Okay, this one is tricky because I actually really like the look of this. Again, not functionally speaking at all, because this looks like crystal / gem, which would be super brittle, but it looks great. It looks pretty freaking nice. The handle looks supremely uncomfortable because, again, it's just super hard corners there. But just overall, aesthetics are great on this. I really like that as far as, a magic world is concerned. I think it looks awesome. So yeah, I can only smash that. That's pretty damn awesome. Nice style. Let's see here. Warframe. Thanks, Robin. Yeah, I don't like the half trap. Exactly, that was my problem too. I don't know, it looks like it's got a bunch of cyber nipples. Glowing cyber nipples. No, this looks all kinds of horrible. This looks like, I don't know, a nippled xenomorph head on top of a... What is this? Some kind of electronic device. The nippled boombox or something. No. Hideous. An affront to the eyes. Heisenberg's gear hammer. I like steampunk, but this is more along the lines of glue some gears on it. I'd hate to downvote anything that has a even remotely steampunk theme, but this is... It's clunky and it's got an asymmetrical grip that looks sort of cobbled together. It's just got kind of weird random parts here. It just doesn't look very nice, sorry. I mean, it doesn't have to look nice, but it doesn't look cool either. It's not like badass or anything. Just kind of, I don't know, looks improvised, which I'm pretty sure is intentional. Dual Hound from Advent Children. What is... Okay, it's some kind of sledgehammer thing that shoots forward, and it's forearm mounted. No, I appreciate the creativity, but Sunder from Morrowind, I already did that earlier, but thank you, Woden's Throne, so you can... I wish I could give you timestamps, but it's a lot. Yeah. Earlier in the stream, about an hour earlier, I think. Did you read my first super chat? Let me see. Ezra's first super chat. Did I? Where are you? Where's your first one? Okay, I'm just gonna have to search. Oh no, now it searches the regular chat. Okay, that doesn't help me at all. Wait, there. Wasn't that... No, wait, that can't be the first one. The Tsukubo? I did that. Did you have one before that? Doesn't look like it. No, I think that was the first one, so yeah, I did. Also, some of the others told me I must have been out of sync because I didn't see how you responded. Oh, yeah, you probably are. I'm pretty sure I replied to every single one of yours. Let's see... What is this? Okay, so it's all power armor and everything, so I'm just gonna have to ignore practical considerations and just go by aesthetics. This one, yeah, I like this one more. For one, I like that it's got two different sides, so one more for penetration and the other more for heavy impact bashing. I do like that it's got a lot going on, but it's not cluttered visually, so that's pretty good. Okay. And now we're at 2 hours, so yeah, I'm just gonna leave it at that. I'm pretty sure you folks could keep me occupied for 5 hours here. throwing 150,000 suggestions at me, but I think we're gonna leave it at that. I have more to do today, and that shall be enough. So, hope you found it entertaining or interesting or whatever. Thanks for tuning in, and thanks for the super chats, words hard, and all that. So, see you next time. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday.